Shit.
Oh, hey, look at that.
Here's how professional we look.
Yep. Welcome, everybody, to Mayhem's Amigos. It's Chronic Chris and me, just the intern, Adam. How's everyone doing? If you're joining us in the chat room, please let us know how things are going. We would love to hear from you. So, Chris, how was your week?
How's it look?
Yeah, it looks pretty fucked up, to be honest with you. What's up, Rage?
Yo, guys.
I don't think anybody out there could have handled what happened to me this last week.
Okay, what happened to you?
Oh, almost a ton of steel fell onto my foot.
Fuck that.
About 900 pounds of steel came toppling down, landed on my foot. Luckily, I saw another kid across the yard, and I yelled loud enough for him to hear him. He came over. He's like, holy fuck, holy fuck. I said, yeah, holy fuck. You want to get this shit off my fucking foot?
So, has anyone noticed that TJ's been like a little prepubescent whiny lately?
I have.
Like, he's been whiny as fuck.
I think TJ needs to go out and get laid.
Yeah.
I would agree. TJ needs to find him a piece and quick.
Yeah, I guess that would happen if you don't get a piece on your birthday. I mean,
ouch.
You know, yeah.
Well, I mean, there's always the hand in the Jergens.
Yeah, but that doesn't always quite cut it, does it? I mean,
like I always like to say, nobody loves me like me.
I mean, you know, he could sit on his hand, wait till it goes numb, whip the hand out, call it a stranger.
Call that the stranger, yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't know. He's just been really, really whiny lately. And I'm thinking he might need, you know, a little bit of that street corner loving, if you know what I'm saying.
Loving from the curbside.
I guess you can say that's
Sounds
really
like you need to go on a hunt for the endangered lot lizard.
Mm-hmm.
So are you saying that's curbside service?
If that's what it takes.
I'd rather have cunt-side service, thank you.
Hey, there's that prepubescent whiny ass.
Get makeup done. Oh, I gotta look professional. Oh,
yeah,
listen to you guys.
Because I look professional. That's why I'm here.
Start 3 minutes later, comes in with a big fucking entrance like he's somebody.
Well,
I mean, Jesus Christ, you're not the Roman Reigns of the radio world.
Look, I was talking to my cousin and wishing him a happy birthday. And at the same time, I was texting a couple of friends and wishing them a happy anniversary. So, you know, got to take care of priorities here.
Stuff that could have been done this morning when you wake up to let them know you're thinking about their birthday and anniversary first thing while waking up that morning.
Yeah, exactly. There is only 2 people who wish me a happy birthday on this entire crew, and that was Adam and Chris.
Excuse me, do you not check your Facebook a lot?
No,
not really.
I sent you 2 happy birthdays, you fuckwad.
Oh.
I'm of the personal opinion that if you really care about someone, like a friend, you call them. Facebook's too impersonal nowadays.
I know.
Everyone will do Facebook.
Personally, I don't like talking on the phone. If I like you that much, I'll come hang out with you on your birthday.
Fly the fuck down then. Dude, I could have made a phone call and had you some of Willie's stash.
Why the fuck didn't you say nothing?
I've been telling you that for a year and a half.
I had to fucking work that day.
No, really? Because you got a fucked up foot with a purple cast.
TJ,
Well,
you
well,
could have
now the
saved
situation
Chris
has
from that
changed.
crushed foot.
Yeah. TJ, this is your fault. Chris has a fucking shattered foot because you did not tell him about Willie's stash and he did not fly down there to see you. It is your fault, sir. Sort of like you fucking a Springfield cop.
How dare you? On
Blast.
more than one front, how dare you?
Huh.
One, I've never, ever, ever fucked a Springfield cop that was not willing.
See, the not willing thing, you know.
So to go back to last week's topic, you did fuck the cop.
Thank you.
Allegedly. I don't remember this.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
Trust me, if I fucked the cop, I would never forget.
Allegedly.
I'd let all my friends know I had hurt that officer right there. I had her handcuffed doggy style.
A lot of people know because TJ got a lot of people off that night by getting that officer off.
She was pinned down,
Wait
face
a fucking
down,
minute
ass
here.
up, hands behind her back.
It's not like it's not like I allegedly finished with this and then started going in and giving hand jobs. What do you mean a lot of people got off because of me?
Bro, if it wasn't for you tagging that Springfield cop.
Oh, man. So I am re-enrolled and I'm going to be starting my ground school again to get back my PPL, my private pilot's license.
Can I interrupt for just 1 second here? Because my wife asked what was going on, what the fuck I was talking about, because she heard me say some things that I don't think she's ever heard come out of my mouth. And I said, well, TJ, I guess he hooked up with a cop years ago, but now he's trying to deny it and say he don't remember. She said, why? Was it a male cop?
Oh, bite me.
TJ
I
says,
liked her
"Bite
until
me."
now.
Well, now she wants to know why you won't admit it.
I don't remember. I was drunk. And there was cocaine involved, too.
He was drunk.
Okay, for one, you weren't snowboarding that night. Two, you handle your alcohol a lot better than what you're letting on, saying you don't remember this, that, or another.
I was gonna say, trying to tell me I
like,
was in the army, I drank in Germany, but I come to America and I fucking black out and don't remember. Bullshit.
Look,
thank you, Chris.
I am not the iron liver. Chris took that when he took a bottle of number 9 and decided he was John Belushi.
Okay, well, that was then.
That was a week
evil
ago.
and must be punished.
Okay, so he did that a week ago. You did yours about 15, 20 years ago.
I mean, let's see. That would have been 2004, so 20 years ago.
20 years ago.
See, I remember doing that.
20 years ago next month.
Yeah, scary, isn't it? That means I've known. God, I've known you for 20 years? Fuck.
I talked to TJ for about an hour after that, played my guitar for about 45 minutes, listened to another hour of Motorhead, and then passed out.
And somehow managed to not pass out naked in the front yard.
That's always a bonus, but in Kentucky, it's not looked down upon.
Wait. All right. So when would it be looked down upon in Kentucky?
If you pass out
during the Derby. During the Derby, when all the hoily-toily people come out.
Okay, so let's say you're at Churchill Downs and you pass out naked and drunk in the middle of the field at the racetrack. Would that be bad?
Yes.
That would be bad, yes.
Okay.
Kentucky would have a field day with you for not being able to hold your liquor.
What if you passed out drunk in the Muhammad Ali Museum in Louisville?
They'd kill you.
That depends. That all depends on how you look at it.
What if you passed out naked and drunk in your neighbor's hunting dog's dog pen?
Well, my neighbor don't have a hunting dog.
Notice A. Could be more like 6.
But if they caught me passed out naked in their dog, whatever.
The dog.
Yeah, no,
pen.
my neighbor's directly next to me. I don't think I'd get shot.
All right. What about the ones down the road?
The ones down the road, I'd wake up. Let's just say I wouldn't wake up.
Oh, okay. What if they caught you passed out naked and drunk in the farmer's daughter's bed?
Dead.
Depends on how you look at it.
You die happy.
Well, I mean, you would not be related, so.
First off, what kind of a farmer is he?
And 2, how old is the daughter?
No, that's a good
Yes.
point.
Because
Yeah,
that
those-
daughter, if that daughter for some reason was accidentally underage and he's passed out drunk, he better have a damn good alibi or he's gonna have to grab clothes and run.
Let's say the daughter is 18, but still in high school, and the farmer is a corn farmer, but the corn is being used for other illicit purposes.
So in other words, you're saying the farmer's a moonshiner deep down in his heart, and the daughter's 18.
Yes.
It depends how much moonshine he has that morning.
Well,
You may become
first
an
off, if he's a
involuntary
moonshiner, he ain't growing his own corn.
He could sell his corn to other
He
moonshiners.
could sell his own corn, but you're not going to buy all the ingredients to make meth at one store.
Yeah.
He's not going to use his own corn to make his shine.
What for you? We're doing bad for
Now, what if this guy had a GTX Plymouth?
I'd be screaming, Joe Dirt!
Fuck.
Oh, God. No, so finally some of the pressure came off this week. Rage was complaining that I've been dealing with a bunch of different shit going on between work and everything else. And
To be fair,
finally this week, some of the pressure came off, and I actually got some of the work done at work that I needed to complete because the CDL standards of testing changed. And I'm actually rolling out the program for our school because the campus I am currently at has to be ready for this new rollout before anybody else. So I've been the one putting it together and busting my ass on it and working like a one-legged man in an ass-kicking contest. And I finally got to a point where it's just little fine-tuning things here and there. And that took a lot of pressure off.
So TJ's finally working harder than an ugly stripper.
Yes.
Yeah.
Here's the downside. Now I have problem number 2 this week, and I have to deal with the ex-wife.
Bum,
Dun,
bum, bum.
dun.
I know, right? I wish this other computer worked so I could have done that. But no,
That's why I'm the intern. I make those stupid sound effects now.
I have to deal. I have mediation coming up midweek this week. And I have to deal with the ex-wife in mediation and get everything done as far as being able to have the little man down here for the summer. And of course, she stirs all of this up like Rage back in the day, stirring up whatever kind of trouble he could.
What's this back in the day talk?
I'm just being honest.
I'm pretty sure that shit's still going on.
No, I'm talking like drug-infused trouble.
I'll stand by my statement.
And I would go piss test right now and I would pass.
Rage isn't on drugs anymore.
I won't.
Yeah, well, yeah, we know that.
You are called Chronic Chris. We all got figured.
Yeah. No, Rage is no longer on drugs. Is he on his man-to-hand relationship? Depends on how mad he gets his wife, but no longer on drugs.
Depending on the drugs, either I'm really proud of you.
Keep the liquid down, Rage. Keep the liquid down. There you go.
Depending on the drugs, I'll say either I'm really proud of you or I'm sorry to hear that.
Well, he's still on weed.
Okay.
But I don't count weed as a drug. That's a herb.
Yeah, that's not a drug in Illinois anymore.
All right. Well, there's still a lot of people that classify it because anything that can elevate your brain or whatever is because caffeine's considered a drug.
No,
According
drug
to
is
them,
something
then
you have
sex
to
is
do
a drug.
It's a
Like a drug
stimulant.
is, yeah, drug is something you have to chemically do something to before you use it.
Huh?
Weed, you just set it on fire, just like tobacco, or
One more time.
Now, honestly, the painkillers and the coke was what I was
It was a
on.
joke.
Well, yeah, that was back then.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, back then. Now I'm sober as fuck.
Say now the only thing you ingest is a little THC.
Yeah,
I mean,
Nothing wrong with that.
I mean, let's look at this though. Based on what Chris is saying, you have people that are out there that they're saying that, anything that elevates your mood or changes your mood is a drug, then sex is a fucking drug, according to them.
yes.
Yes,
Good
it opens
sex
up beta
is a
endorphins
drug.
inside your brain, causing pleasureness and feelings of euphoria.
So then, according to them, you should never have sex.
Never have sex,
No.
never do deathmatch wrestling.
Well,
Once
here's what
again,
I'm really
it's-
wondering is if they say caffeine is a stimulant, meaning it gets your heart pumping and your adrenaline going.
Right.
How come after I have my morning cup of coffee, I don't want to kill you anymore?
Here, I got a better one. All right, let's go with it works because it goes with the coffee scenario. If coffee is a stimulant, then how come after 2 cups of coffee in the morning, I do not have a hard on, but after 2 cups of coffee in the morning, I do have to shit?
Because it stimulates your asshole to open up.
Because it's also a
Wait, so you said it stimulates his personality to open up?
It is what it is,
also-
Rage.
Chris?
shit, I just had the fucking words. It's also an appetite suppressor and a colon evacuator.
Colon evacuator.
Whatever. Coffee makes you poop.
In other words, coffee allows TJ to be his natural self.
What? When have I fired at you lately?
Lately?
In order to fire us, first we'd have to actually get paid to do this.
Well, yeah, this is a good point.
And these are something called receipts that I've owed you over the years.
Well, I mean, I haven't brought that up lately.
Wait, you're getting reimbursed here because I still got a receipt from a chicken club sandwich and a fucking pack of Marlboros.
Dude, I told you I will get you taken care of. Fucker.
Hey, I got a receipt for him for a squirrel,
Fucking Venmo.
a squirrel incident, a running away from a basement incident. How many more receipts do I actually owe this motherfucker?
I want to hear more about the squirrel incident.
The squirrel incident? Oh, you mean when I got
sure the squirrel went berserk in the First Self-Righteous Church?
Oh no, it wasn't that.
No,
That's
I
what
got
I'm saying, Chris. He owes me dinner.
I got attacked.
Listen to all you guys begging for a date.
I ain't
I
saying a
didn't.
date. I'm saying you
I know
owe me
you
a
did.
chicken club sandwich and a pack of Marlboro menthols.
It's like all I know is I barely get paid attention. So I can't
Damn.
have seats.
Say, okay,
Damn.
so let's go
Poor
with this one by one.
Adam.
Let's go with this one by one. Chris, yes, I know. $3. Or no, it was like $12 is what I owe you.
Give a fuck. I'm just gonna never let it go.
And then fucking Rage, on the other hand, he wants to talk about OZs there.
Dude, I just owe the credit for fucking having to wrestle that squirrel and having to dodge that basement.
Dude,
I'm with
any
Chris here.
wrestling?
Fuck a date. I just need to save some money and get some free food my way.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, when are you coming through? Anyway. Dude, you didn't wrestle that squirrel. That squirrel chewed on your balls.
Yeah, exactly. When that fucker jumped off that wire at me and said, "Ah!"
And at that point in time, you were still married to your ex-wife. That was the most attention your balls was getting then.
Ouch.
Fact. No,
Literally
that's a
and
fact.
figuratively. Ouch.
No, yeah, that one was a royal kissant.
So, honestly, that should be a thank you to me.
How's it a thank you to you? I need to go find the squirrel and thank the squirrel.
It should be a thank you to me for encouraging the squirrel to chew on your balls.
You didn't encourage shit.
It's TJ, it's not like you paid the squirrel to nom on Rage's nutsack.
Well, I wasn't laying out there with peanut butter on my fucking ball sack either, so.
Neither was I.
Okay.
Well, the squirrel don't attack for no reason.
I think it was the waking, the squirrel passed out after jumping off the wire. And I think it was the method of attempted revival that woke up the squirrel and made it chew on nuts.
Either way, it was some fucking bullshit.
But the basement was nowhere near my fault. You were supposed to be in a dumpster that night.
And you knew I wouldn't go to a dumpster, so I ended up just walking around and got drug into this basement.
But
What,
if you
too
would have
good- you too
wound up
good to
in
fucking pass out in a dumpster, what kind of drunk wrestler were you?
I
That sounds like a Pulp Fiction moment, man.
know, right?
Find yourself in a basement with a ball gag shackled to a wall and shit.
Fuck, I've passed out in a dumpster and I wasn't even drunk.
I know, right? That was just from getting in there dumpster diving. Hit the side of the wall and you knocked yourself out.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Woke up 2 hours later, knocked down some KFC and got out of the dumpster.
Chris, why the fuck are you flying to San Diego?
I thought that was South Dakota.
Well, it might be South Dakota.
Clearly,
But-
Chris, we need some clarification from you.
No.
Social distortion.
Evidently, we started hitting a little too close to the mark.
Just like that squirrel, we were tapping a nerve.
Yeah, probably. Oh, wait, never mind. I mean, you know, Rage is used to getting that nerve tapped. And I am
Oh.
doing my best to not
Oh.
bring up other things that are past related and focus on current and future because I
See
don't
here.
want to.
Here, I thought Rage was going to throw up after talking about having mashed potatoes and gravy out of the KFC dumpster.
No, I've actually watched a wrestler do something a ton more fucking disgusting.
Do
And
tell,
what
do tell.
And what did
Yeah,
said wrestler do? And
It was me.
well, hang on. What did said wrestler do? And were said wrestler's initials SR?
No, they weren't SR because SR is a bitch. Period. It was actually
Like the
Grab me.
Dalmatian.
like the Moondog.
Yeah.
Yes. Grabbing a waffle cone that still had ice cream in it out of a fucking garbage can at the Marquette Heights Festival and eating
I
it.
remember this. Yep. There was ants crawling around in this thing, and he fucking ate it anyway.
It was myself and Pongo with Robbie on the outside against a wrestler whose name does not deserve to get any kind of press time, and the late, great Tracy Smothers.
Oh, by the way, I must announce now the best looking member of this show is joining us.
Irene?
Yes.
Hi.
Hello.
And
Yeah.
Irene wished me happy birthday on my birthday, which was
Yeah.
very sweet.
How was your birthday?
It was a little stressful, and I wanted to be drunk when it was done.
Oh, Lordy.
And he didn't get
Did you
laid.
already?
Yeah, and I did
Oh,
not get
no.
laid. I did not get laid. I could not even find a pity bang on my birthday.
Your friends call yourself friends? Not even a handy?
No, I couldn't even
Oh,
get a
I'm
handy.
not doing that for TJ. No.
Why not? That's the
I'm
intern's
the
job.
intern. I don't need this job that bad.
What do you think the intern is for?
Wait a minute. Hang on.
And hold on.
I
Hold
am
on.
not the glory hole attendant. No.
Hold on. So you're saying that, if you were here being my friend, you would not give me a handy for my birthday?
You are correct. No.
Rude.
Let's fix this now.
Rude. All right. I'm just kidding.
Well, we know who's not going to get his spot on Harvey Weinstein's casting couch.
And TJ, if you really wanted a pity bang, all you had to do is go right up to Springfield, drop by a certain bar. You would have got your pity bang.
No,
Is that
I
bar
wouldn't
off
have.
of 5th Street.
No, I wouldn't have. I'll tell you right now, that particular bartender at that bar, that one ran me so far into the ground, cost me over $14,000 fucking dollars, and is still upset. Oh, and stole stuff from me that was left to me by my grandfather when he passed. And then she wonders why I said, "Why don't you do the world a favor and eat a bullet?"
I would have helped her digest that bullet.
I don't think that I would get a pity bang out of that.
See, all TJ
No,
needed.
but you probably would have her sister.
Her sister's butt ugly though.
It's like all TJ needed for his birthday.
It's a pity bang for both of you then.
That's what a
was
paper bag and an
getting
imagination is for.
Reading Rainbow.
Yeah, not too far away from that, actually. I think Reading Rainbow has a higher IQ.
Just take a couple shrooms. You'll be good.
Hey, don't knock LeVar Burton. That man helped me get through many books.
I'm not knocking him. I grew up on that shit.
Hell yeah, because of him, I learned to read The Hungry Caterpillar twice.
Hey, Hooked on
Yeah.
Phonics worked for me.
You sure it wasn't Hooked on Chronic worked for you?
Oh, that's what
No,
worked for
that's
Chronic.
Chris. That's Chris.
Actually, I have listeners and followers that are actually surprised that I am an avid reader.
Oh, yeah. I read all, that is kind of the kicker. Is
I'm not surprised.
Chris and I both read quite a bit.
You seem like
Yeah,
a nerd.
and everybody knows I am a huge Tom Clancy fan. I will dig into a Tom Clancy novel and not leave the house for a week.
No, we could see
What's
that.
happening, Tom?
He gets into too much detail.
What? No.
Here's what it is, and I love military stuff, and I
Yeah.
got a lot of military friends. I know a lot of military lingo, but Tom Clancy gets too detailed into military stuff that's beyond my knowledge base, and we're done.
Yeah, exactly. Hunt for Red October is a great book. Tom, read Without Remorse. Without Remorse is my favorite Tom Clancy novel of all time.
Deep Six or something like that.
No. The book is called Without Remorse.
No, I'm thinking of another one by Tom Clancy. It's called like Deep Six or something.
Rainbow Six.
Rainbow Six.
Yes.
Yeah,
Wasn't that a video game too?
look at yes.
The book was the basis for where the video games went. Now, Tom is actually bringing up books that I'm going to start reading, the Jack Reacher novels. Dude, I can't.
Ain't that 24?
Huh?
Ain't Jack Reacher 24?
No.
Yes. Well,
Is it? No, I mean Reacher has its own shows
Yeah.
right now.
Reacher has his
But-
own shows on
I think it's
Amazon
on
Prime.
Amazon.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's
That doesn't
played
mean it
by-
wasn't 24.
And Reacher is played by Alan Richardson, who was also very well known as being a lovable yet angry yet retarded linebacker or defensive tackle known as Thad Castle in Blue Mountain State.
Yay.
Of course, leave it to TJ to bring it back to Blue Mountain State.
Dude, I love that show.
Now
Wow,
I
that-
actually
Kenny.
watched
Where'd
the
you
Bob
get that?
Marley
It's a
movie
legend.
finally.
Did you
But-
finally get through the way you wanted to do it?
Well, no, I got to rewatch it now because I watched the first half and needed to take a nap because, like I told TJ the other day, I was actually practicing for this call out.
Yeah.
Every time Bob
Super.
was smoking one, I paused the movie to smoke one. So in like 20, 30 minutes of the movie, I smoked like 7 joints and needed to take a nap. And then I had a problem with my Paramount Plus, so it took me 4 days to watch the second half of the movie. So now I want to sit down and watch it all at once.
Are you going to try to smoke through it again?
Well, fuck yeah, it's Bob
Okay.
Marley.
Okay.
So I want to bring up. Yeah.
Speaking of Chris and his smoking ability, did we finalize a winner of the 420 contest, TJ?
We haven't even done it yet. We're going to do it live.
Oh, you talking this smoke out with
Yeah,
With
it was
Steve.
Chris and Steve.
Now I am going to run and Irene's going to help me set this up, but I'm going to run a multitude of different bets that are going to go with this. Obviously, bet number 1 is going to be who gets high first.
Makes sense.
Well, I mean, if you're not high, at least a little bit elevated within your first 3 hits of weed.
Okay, so my only question there is, the day before, are they going to do a detox so they're both as
that might
clean
be-
as possible?
Boy, that might be an idea, but Steve gets really angry when he has not had weed in his system.
Well,
I
That-
may not be able
that's
to
another
do that.
podcast host's responsibility,
Yeah.
not ours. So
That's no problem.
That is somebody else's problem.
yeah,
Hi,
I won't
he
be able
has
to
to
do that,
prepare
but
for his
I
weed
can-
Olympics, if you would.
I can go down to a joint a day, but I'm gonna smoke that joint in like 6 different sessions.
Mm.
Oh God,
Steve needs my doll when he has no weed. Does he get crampy?
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah.
So what I'm saying is, that might be an idea, is to take care of that, and then do the Sunday show, but start the show early. Start our show early, and invite Steve on. Say start at around 2, and let you and Steve just go back and forth with the weed. So
Oh,
One,
fuck that. We're starting when we wake up, and I get up at 6 a.m., so I'll start at about 7.
one is going to be who's going to be high first. Number 2 is going to be who will be the first one to speak incoherently.
TJ, in all the years you've known me, on straight weed, no alcohol involved,
Why do you think I'm looking at this?
known me? Have you ever known me to actually speak incoherently?
One time.
A few times.
No.
All right. The next one is going to be which one will be the first one to be so high to lose control of their bodily functions and shit their pants.
Steve's
Is
got
there
that all day.
Once again,
Is there one to see whose eyelids get the closest without closing?
Right.
once again, in 42.0 years that I have been on this earth, I have never
42.
shit myself because I've smoked too much.
42.0.
42.0.
Who will be the first one to bring up a creepy fantasy or a felony after they are high?
Steve.
Thank you, Tom, for that one. Who's going to be the first one to have self-induced Tourette's?
Chris.
I don't know who that would be at all. I'm
Chris.
not going to say any names. I'm not going to bust anybody out, but I have no idea who would flip it full-on Tourette's mode after they are high. Well, I have a guess.
Is this like goading them into cursing, or is this just rapid, random fire cursing?
Well, if we're goading him into it, Steve's winning that one because I will get that little bastard to cuss at me all fucking day. When I tell him it's so bad that I can smell the shit from him over 100 miles away.
Who's the first one that Rage is going to pick on after they're high?
Now, see, that's a toss-up.
Yeah.
That's a toss-up. I like Chris. Shit stain is definitely a shit stain.
So, Rage, do we wait until someone comes at you first and then you go back at them?
That could be fun.
If you're going to make some bets, at least make some stoner-related bets. Who's going to be the first one to go for the ice cream?
Who's going to be
going
for
the Funyuns?
Okay, fine, here you go.
Wait.
After you guys are fully blazed, who's going to be the first one to ask Irene to see her boobs?
Me.
Oh, Lordy.
Irene, you can just send the picture to Julie. I'll look later. Hello, nurse.
That was almost Madonna-esque with the fingerless gloves and everything.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Pretend it's not your problem.
So, but like I said, I'd like to find a way to set this up at a place where we can guaranteed we're smoking the same amount, the same quality, everything's, and we got a non-partisan middleman that's sitting there rolling up joints and packing bowls off to the side like Snoop's blunt roller. Except for this one's not getting paid. So, intern.
That part's going to be difficult, though, because then we need two, unless we can get both of you at the same location.
Right.
Which would be difficult in and of itself.
That's what I'm saying. He's in Illinois. I'm in Kentucky.
Oh, yeah.
I don't mind going somewhere.
How close
road trip?
How close to Paducah are you, Chris?
Hour and a half.
Bet you go right over to Metropolis. Send shit stain down to Metropolis, and y'all can smoke at the Motel 6 because that place allows it.
You guys both meet in Metropolis. Just smoke kryptonite. There in Metropolis.
Hold on, I gotta address this. Now I'm really concerned about this. So one, let's start here. Tom, you saw Steve comment on one of Irene's posts from 4 years ago.
That was when she was a serial girl.
So I'm gonna bring this up. Like, one, you're talking about Steve stalking Irene. However, you were looking at one of her posts from 4 years ago.
Dun, dun, dun.
Did it pop up on Tom's feed because Steve commented today?
That could be.
Or was Tom looking through Irene's wall 4 years ago and saw this comment that was added today.
Okay.
Maybe hoping that Irene was like a virgin then.
All right.
Or-
So Tom
or
answered.
did-
Tom answered that. He said it showed up on his timeline.
Okay.
Mhm.
So Tom's not the
That
creeper
seems
there.
more accurate.
Steven.
Correct.
Gotcha.
That brings up question number 2. Why would you allow anything coming from Steve to wind up on your timeline? I mean, I'm just curious. That would be like, yeah, right? Oh, look, Adam was already looking at what you were trying to balance too.
I did it this way, not this way.
Yeah, right. You know, this is going to do one thing. You do this, you know. Well,
Yeah.
I mean, I've been trying to practice my juggling, but you know, it just doesn't work that well. So,
And then there's this.
yeah.
all right. So
This,
Tom
actually,
said it was
in
because-
American Sign Language, this does mean fondle balls.
So Tom is saying it's because him and Irene are friends. That is why it came up on his timeline that Steve was stalking Irene.
Yeah.
I didn't even get the notification, I don't think.
Yeah, I didn't.
That
get a
would only be
notification.
there if he tagged you in it, though, Irene.
Oh, see, I'm not a fan of going to Metropolis because their dispensary prices are just way too high.
So why don't you just drive up and meet Steve in Williamsville?
Because that hotel on 6th Street in Springfield ain't there no more.
Oh, the Bel Air.
Yep.
Just go Steve.
What?
The Bel
they
Air
tore that shit down, man.
Wait, so they got rid of a Springfield artifact?
Yes.
Yep.
That place should have been, you know, set up for legendary status.
Register of historic places.
Mhm.
Yes, because of all the dope heads that have died there. You know how many times
And
the
all the
cops-
herpes that came out of it. Yes, we're well aware, but the Bel Air is gone.
Now
I mean,
it can be Shamrock Hotel or Motel.
That's
Not
the
the
one
same
out by the
difference.
campground, right?
Yeah.
No, the Shamrock is on Dirksen between Sangamon and Clear Lake.
That's not out by some campground and the BMX track.
The Shamrock is also a breeding ground for new versions of herpes.
Man, not
Don't
gonna
forget the Red Roof Inn.
You
That's
know?
that is a breeding ground for new forms of chlamydia.
No,
And violence. And violence.
Mhm.
Violence. The Red Roof Inn
No,
is known for
there-
violence.
No, seriously, you go to the Red Roof Inn, there'll at least be one shooting a night.
That's
Only one
sketchy.
now? Wow, they've
I see that.
They've gotten better.
Yeah.
Where they've gotten better. It's only
Cut
one
down,
shooting
yeah.
a night.
It's only one now. They got it better.
Solamente uno.
Now
Used
with
to be
only one shooting.
I'm not high enough for this shit.
Red Roof in Springfield, where we've gotten our shooting rate down to only one shooting a night. Special rates
Sounds
included.
PTSD.
Void where prohibited. Some restrictions may apply.
Yeah, we won't send you there, okay, Rage? We promise. We promise. We're not that mean.
No, I
Now
wouldn't,
Chris, on the other hand.
no, I wouldn't do that to Chris.
Okay.
I would. Here's what I would do. Okay, if I had to put both of them up in a hotel room in Springfield, I would send Chris and his wife to the jacuzzi suite at the Baymont.
Baymont sounds
And you send shit stain down to the Red Roof.
No, no, I would not be that mean. I have some kindness. What's the name of that no-tell motel that's over there on Peoria Road going towards Sherman?
Oh fuck! I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah, the one that's right down from Weebles.
evil.
You see, I thought that was the Bel Air.
No,
No,
the Bel Air was on South
that
Sixth.
one.
Okay.
That one got renamed the Shamrock.
No, Shamrock's on Dirksen.
Yeah, the Shamrock is on Dirksen. I'm talking Peoria Road, like you're heading out towards Sherman, and it's right over by Weebles.
Pioneer, that's where I know.
Okay. Yeah.
That's the one that's out by the campground and the BMX track and the stables.
Yep.
That might be it. The stables
There
and
we go.
fairgrounds, right? I think it's
Yep.
Pioneer. All right, so I would
Yeah.
send Steve to Pioneer.
That's fucked up.
But I would make sure that Chris, who
He might find a bedmate there.
I would
Well,
make
actually, you got to remember too. When I was out there, it was 2007, and the Pioneer wasn't that bad.
I would make sure that Chris and his wife, who never insult me, have no sorts of weird fantasies involving me in a hot tub, never talk about how soft my skin may or may not be. Chris and his wife would be at the Baymont in the jacuzzi suite, and then I would set Steve up at the Pioneer.
I know here after a while, after hearing a lot of this shit, I gotta get back to getting tattooed.
How do you think I feel? I'm usually the subject matter.
See, and Chris was hoping for a downtown hotel.
Dude, I am not putting you up at the Wyndham. One, they do not have a jacuzzi suite. And two, do you really want to be one of the seamen and the penis in the sky?
Yes.
Actually, that was the most
Yes.
expensive hotel room I've ever actually paid for.
It's
When
the
it was
battle
still
at
the
the chip.
Okay, now, this actually brings up a point, and I've said this. Marvin and I have had this conversation multiple different times.
Marvin.
You guys
Yes,
shouldn't
it
be
brings-
talking about Irene, just like,
Well, it brings up a point about Springfield, okay? So when you look at Springfield,
hey, Corey.
you have the old Capitol building, and then you have the new Capitol building, and both of them have these domes that look like boobs, right?
Uh-huh.
And
then,
this is where Irene's name gets
So
brought
is he
in.
saying that Springfield is the tranny of Illinois?
I'm kind of thinking so.
Because
That's
you
where
got
I'm
two
going.
boobs and then a big dick in the sky?
Yeah, then you go down to the Wyndham and you've got the penis in the sky. So if you've got two boobs and a dong, does that make Springfield the transgender city of Illinois? What do you guys think in the chat room? And everybody go ahead one at a time and tell me what you think.
I need to go eat a few gummies.
Prairie.
What was that, Adam?
I said, so we have two golden boobs and a penis on the prairie.
Yeah.
It's
So
right
does-
next to the POS center. Right there.
Hey. Now, guys and gals, remember, a certain radio group does come from Springfield. So let's take that into consideration. Yes, I say Springfield's the tranny city of the state.
Okay. We have one vote yes.
Because if you look at it, a bunch of thieves who stole radio material live there. So you know that makes it a perfect candidate.
All right, Adam?
I mean,
What are your
it does have a pairing of both. It's hard to argue that. So far, yeah, kind of with rage here. Never
All right,
thought I'd
Corey-
see that. Kind of with rage here.
Corey says no. Springfield is just a city that ate too many horseshoes, so it's an overweight guy with man boobs.
Yeah, but those boobs aren't golden, though.
No.
Come
No,
on.
man
now.
boobs are always.
Well, hold
man
on,
boobs
hold
are always
on. Neither are the ones that we're talking about the radio thieves with either. I mean,
Well, yeah, yeah.
most of them get dressed in locker rooms.
Irene, so this is a city that has two boobs and a penis.
Yeah.
Is it or is it not the transgender city of Illinois?
Yes.
Maybe that penis is a strap on. And maybe it's just lesbian porn.
There you go. That's not a bad point. If the Wyndham is a lesbian strap on,
It's not a
Okay,
bad
I'm
point.
not
But of
even
course,
against
it was not a bad point, but of course she went for her lesbian fantasy over that one.
I want to be involved.
If it's a strap-on, though, would that mean that that hotel is easily removed?
That could be.
I mean, because I'm just saying it's a little bit more difficult to be removed, so it's got to be more attached.
Chris,
And
what do you
just
think?
straight.
What?
What do you think?
Exactly, Chris. Jesus Christ.
Sorry, I really wasn't paying attention.
Are you planning on residency at 23rd in California?
No.
Okay.
Chris,
So-
we are talking about golden boobs. Please pay
Springfield-
attention.
Springfield has the 2 Capitol buildings, which look like boobs, and
Yeah,
then the
I
Wyndham,
got
which is the
that much.
penis in the sky. Is Springfield the transgender city of Illinois?
No, that would be north side of Chicago, area called Boys Town. But I'm gonna go with the dad bod theory, the saggy boobs and
And the limp dong?
No.
well, I mean that one still is standing tall. So I mean,
Viagra's involved.
If
Springfield sponsored by Viagra or Cialis.
I mean, because personally, if you're a tranny and you want to be a woman, why would your soldier still stand at attention?
Yes, Roy. Snap-on tool.
Oh, there you go.
did you just say yes, boy, snap-on tool?
No.
Roy.
In the
Roy
chat.
said, Roy said in the chat, what do lesbians and mechanics have in common?
I'm not
Snap
high.
on tools.
I'm not high enough for this shit.
Come on,
And
Ray.
then
Step
Corey's
up
trying
your
to
game.
throw-
We need you here.
And then Corey's in here trying to
You
throw
mean-
insults out at me, and I
You mean
really don't
strap-on tools?
care. Could be that too. You never know.
Because you know, strap-on spelled backwards is no parts.
That's true. It is.
Naomi spelled backwards
Hey,
as I'm
so
known.
check this out. The Cubs are currently carrying a winning record.
Hell yeah.
Holy fuck,
The
hell
Sox
froze over.
The Cardinals not so much.
Back to their
See,
wonderful way.
That's the unfortunately the Cubs Wrigleyville is in that neighborhood of Chicago.
Right.
And we went up to a Cubs game and you know, it's known I can't always control what I say. And
Ain't
that
that the
so
truth?
and that is so much fun for me on the north side because I run my mouth. My brother looks at me, dude, you're gonna get your ass beat by a couple of gay people. No, I'm not, because if they beat me, it's a hate crime for beating the crap out of a guy with Tourette's.
Wow.
So
You've
I
thought
mean-
about this.
I have. Free speech is not a hate crime, but beating the crap out of a guy with a mental defect is.
There you go.
You know what? That just strikes up a point for me. What the fuck happened to everyone when we could say and do what we need to, get into a fist fight and walk away without hate crime?
I don't know. And see, did you know that it actually is legal to fight someone as long as both parties consent to the fight? So if two people decide that they want to go out to a parking lot outside the bar and just duke it out in the parking lot, that is completely legal.
As long as they don't damage someone else's stuff, yeah.
Well, I
Yeah.
don't, you know, okay.
Well, if I'm not wrestling on a Saturday night, I know what I'm doing. No, I'm kidding.
And
No,
I
really?
know this for a fact because me and my brother got into a fight on my front lawn. And my neighbor called the cops, and I told the cops, no, dude, get the fuck out of here. We agreed to the fight.
Yeah.
Right.
Hey, is there any way I'm going to be able to lucha roll past all you fuckers?
Lucha roll. I'm gonna get into some Mexican wrestling
So-
shit. You're gonna get your
All right, so-
lucha
Wait, what?
Nacho Libre.
I-
You're gonna
I'm
get your
gonna-
Nacho Libre mask out.
This
Hey.
is Nacho Libre.
What's funny about that is I can wrestle this stuff.
He has a Nacho Libre mask.
He might.
Nope, I actually have a Super Dragon mask. And if you don't know who that is, look him up.
All right, so I want to kind of get into this since Corey is defending himself and saying he's not throwing insults, but I want to get into this and I want to kind of move into something that's semi-serious but being honest at the same time. And that is, I'm around a lot of different people, lots of walks of life, lots of different types of people, right? And everybody wants me to throw judgment on groups. And I don't understand that. And I was talking to a friend of mine today, and I said, I really don't get it. Why would I judge a group? I mean, just because you have extremists all over the place in any group, why not look at the extreme outside? Like, all right, I'm not going to say all Republicans are bad because of Marjorie Taylor Greene.
Sorry.
I'm not
We
going to
go way back
say
apparently.
I'm not going to say all Democrats are bad based on Nancy Pelosi.
See, here's where I don't. Here's where I don't.
Keep my
I
hands
don't
nice and
do
moving.
politics.
I'm not going to say all police are bad based on the 4 pricks that beat up Rodney King. I'm not going to say that all, exactly. It's, Indian food is absolutely amazing. I love Indian food. And Polish weddings are fun.
I've never been to a Polish wedding, but I've eaten
It's
Polish
like,
sausage.
don't judge the whole group from 1 or 2 bad apples.
That's kind of what I'm getting at, is you don't want to do that. All right. Are there people that are out there that bring the whole narrative down? Absolutely.
But there are also people who
See, I don't understand the term
look
dot
good,
Indian,
too.
feather Indian, because not all of the dot Indians actually wear dots, and not all the feather Indians wear feathers. So,
Exactly.
in my eyes, it's gas station Indian or casino Indian.
He's saying
Wow.
gas station Indian.
I mean, he's not 100% wrong.
No, he's
No,
not.
he's not. But if I'm going to talk to a gas station Indian, I am going to talk to them in their dialect.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Hey,
okay,
what's
but
going
wait a
on,
minute.
Ahmed?
Wait a minute. What if you go to the gas station at the casino, then the gas station Indian is whoa, 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 whoa.
No, they still
Then you ask them if they
outsource.
want to smoke a piece and pipe.
They
they
still
outsource.
outsource to the other Indians for the gas station.
They just charge
No,
them.
really, they
rent
don't. I
for
can prove that in
for-
Oklahoma.
serving on their land.
Oh yeah, Oklahoma's
well.
different. Oklahoma Indians want the land and everything all to themselves.
Dude,
Mhm.
I stop at the Choctaw Casino on the way back to Illinois to fill up with gas. And they have a gas station that is ran by the feather or the casino,
Right.
as you
The
word it.
only reason they are nice to you is because you're giving them money. Other than that, they fucking hate you.
Oh, I know
No,
it. They keep
no.
telling me they want to. They keep
My-
telling me
my-
they want to stick my white bone in the middle of the desert.
My point being, so my stepmother, she's my mom. She's raised us, all of us boys, but she's technically my stepmother. is Ho Chunk Indian, and they got casino money.
Right.
My dad, who is my dad, my birth father, her husband is not. They also have these things where in various parts of your life, like when you graduate high school, you get access to your own trust fund.
When I graduated high school, I didn't even get a handy.
Shit. 4 out of
Then
my
you're
5
doing
brothers
high school wrong.
4 out of 5 of my brothers got almost $250,000 for graduating high school.
What? What did you get?
A handy.
I don't even think I got that.
Then you get high school wrong, Chris.
I mean, I got it from the high school. I got a piece of paper. From the special ed girl, I got a handy, but that had nothing to do with graduating.
I didn't even get a handy from the special ed girl.
That's
One
good,
had
though,
nothing
TJ,
to do
'cause I
with
heard
the
she had
other.
a
I was
devil.
hoping. I mean, I was hoping. The math teacher would give me a handy, or the English studies teacher. But
Would
so
help
in
you
that
with
case,
some
the
extra
school.
credit, Chris.
But
Help you boost
going
your
on to
score.
what I was saying. So at the age of something in my mom's life, at the age of 62, so within the next couple of years, they just like give her a house. But
Nice.
between graduation and that time, since my parents already owned the house, they paid for us boys to do the labor under my brother's construction company to remodel our parents' house. So they send a couple of elders from the tribe down to talk to my parents about it. And when they show up, they meet my dad, and he's spent 60 years out in the sun. So he's dark complected, and, you'd actually think he's got a big headdress tattooed on his arm for my mom. They start talking to him, and we're really kind and cool with him. Shortly thereafter, they found out that my mom was the Ho Chunk and my dad was white. After that, they had nothing to say to my dad at all.
Wow, really?
Yep.
That's insane. All right, so
They
Corey's talking
do
about
not like white people.
Corey's talking about his
So
trip
they
to
found out
Dallas.
your mom was the hoe?
Corey is talking about his trip to Dallas, and he's saying they detoured to OK City and went to the Federal Building Memorial, went to Daley Plaza while in Dallas, and they went to the Branch Davidian Complex while in Waco.
Like you do.
All sites of very big tragedies.
We on the American terrorism tour?
Yeah, it was the American terrorism field trip.
Woohoo!
And then on the way back, they stopped by and they saw Marjorie Taylor Greene's house and went, "Oh my God, there's somebody who fucks chickens in there."
Oh my.
There's actually a whole market for narco tourism, gangster tourism,
Right.
basically touring fucked up places in the world.
I'm sure there is.
They offer tours of Pablo Escobar's compound in Colombia.
Yeah.
Okay, you know what?
That would be kind of cool, though.
That would be fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Is there a tour of popular whorehouses in the United States?
Yes. I believe there is.
Yeah, but those cost a little bit extra.
Whore or
Depends
whore?
on how many bars.
Whore.
Remember, folks, when going on tours of the whorehouses, you get what you pay for.
Well, all I know is the first time I ever got a handy under the bar, Rage was there.
You're fucking
I
bullshit.
hope he was not in
You
the next
were?
stool over.
Was he working the bar, TJ? Was he working the bar?
No, I was actually getting in trouble for. No, I was getting in trouble for calling the most popular female at the radio station a bam banging slut.
No, I'm being serious. Rage was actually there, and it was the bartender, and she walked around and sat next to me, and so she was on my left side. Rage was sitting on my right side drinking his drink, And he didn't notice. And all of a sudden, I stopped drinking with my right hand and I started drinking with my left hand. And I had my right arm kind of down while I'm drinking. But I was trying to keep my left arm like out of the way.
Mm-hmm.
And it's because I was getting a handy at the bar with Rage sitting right there. And I just didn't want him to notice. Yeah.
Hey, what's going on with the server today? It's been glitching out quite a bit.
It's only you. I don't know what's going on, but
it's only you, Rage. Everyone else has been fine, at least from my point of view.
So
yours just kind of froze, provocation, and stuff like that.
So you managed to actually get a handy with Rage sitting in the other bar stool on the other side.
Yeah, nothing said that TJ got hard.
So I got the well, I'm sitting here like this. I'm like this, all right? I'm looking at her, and like, let's pretend it's Irene next to me, and I'm kind of leaning on her stool, and I'm looking, and I'm getting an eye full of what I really wanted to see, right? Rage is over here, and he's talking wrestling to somebody next to him. Wrestling. So I kind of like, it takes a little bit of time to learn, but with Rage, you learn to tune that out if you really don't want to listen to it. So I'm looking at nice tits. I'm getting a handy. I don't want to hear about wrestling. So volume went down, and I'm paying attention to what's going on over here.
Something else popping up, wasn't it?
Very much so.
And then there's Photog running around stealing everyone's drinks.
No, this was over at the bar across the street from Camp Lincoln.
I paid for this with my own hard-earned money.
That was before that night. This was about a month before that night.
Was that? No, that couldn't have been that night. A lot of drugs, people. A lot of drugs.
Will someone put a muzzle on that dog?
Now, all I know is on the way back out of the building, because of the way she kind of aimed it when everything was finished, Rage went to the bathroom and stepped in it.
Let's say, did you glaze Rage?
Yeah. So he steps in it. We have a couple more drinks and we're walking out. He's like, "Why is my shoe sticky, dude?" I'm going, "I don't know. Let's just get out of here. Time to go home."
Why do I feel something salty and warm on my foot?
Well, if he knows it tasted salty, then there's a problem. All he asked me was, "Why is there something sticky on my shoe?"
I don't know. Maybe you stepped in gum.
Well, you got two of the letters right. I'm sorry, dude. It's been over 20 years, but I'm finally telling you, yes. She aimed it, you stepped in my jizz, and that was why your shoe was sticky.
You know what? If you're going to piss in a bar, you should not ask why your shoe is sticky. You want to piss in a bar.
Yeah.
So I'm sorry, Rage. Yes, you stepped. She aimed it, and then literally like 3 minutes later, before it even dried, you stepped in it, and that's why your shoe was sticky. I'm sorry.
You crushed a puddle of TJ's kids.
Murderer!
You killed my kids.
Oh, fucking Christ.
He's like, "I'm done with this shit."
Nah, here's a little bit. I'm going back to getting tattooed.
The thing I love about that, it has been 20 years, and until today, he did not know why his shoe was sticky.
He probably hasn't given it much thought since that night.
Probably not, but
secretly in the back of your mind, you're like, "I know."
Oh, I've been waiting. I have been waiting for the day to say, "Yeah, dude."
It's funny and mean at the same time.
Yeah, I am the reason your shoe was sticky.
Rach, I'm sorry your shoe got sticky. She should have swallowed. She obviously didn't do her job right.
Taking
You tell
TJ
me,
shrapnel straight to the mouth.
Well, on that night, it went straight to the shoe.
Yeah. Hopefully she only got half payment.
Well, she got a payment later. Of course, as I was giving her payment, the antelope came off the wall. And
Oh, no.
And it hit Cheney in the head.
Oh, lordy, lordy, lordy.
So now you know which bartender it was that was given it under the bar.
Yeah, the same one you ended up fucking that night.
She was working that bar hard too.
Well, I was.
Hey, all she wanted from TJ was the tip.
She got a little more than the tip. See, I'm an overgiver. I try to give more than what people ask for. So she only asked for the tip. I gave her everything.
It's like, here's a doggy bag. Take some home with you.
Corey says that he's been in the bathroom on St. Patrick's Day using the toilet, and a girl walked in and opened up the door and then popped a squat in the sink and let it fly.
Which bar was that?
Well, I'm pretty sure it wasn't a dong. If she's popping a squat over the sink, she had to pee.
Or if she pooped. She could have been taking
Oh,
a giant
God,
shit.
if she pooped in the sink, that would have been hilarious, though.
Did she waffle stop
Sometimes
in the
they shit
sink?
in the urinous.
Too much cocaine.
Might have been. Oh, that was at Floyd's?
Oh, that's
wow.
why it wasn't an Irish bar.
No, it was not. It was Floyd's. You even saw Rage like, what? Really? Floyd's of all places? Where? Hey, Rage, where were we? Were we at the Dirty Bird when we saw the two girls doing the 69 on a booth?
On a booth or in
Four Seasons.
Oh, it was Four Seasons.
Each of them were taking on 2 seasons.
Well, they were definitely in a 69 position.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because everyone all of a sudden thinks they're an Irishman and can hold their fucking liquor for a day. All of you lightweights, you don't know nothing about fucking training for St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah, that training's got to go year round.
Exactly.
Wow. Why did it just sound like we had Chibs from Sons of Anarchy on this bitch?
Chibs.
Yeah, the Irishman.
Hey, you know you've got to train year round to be able to drink on St. Patty's Day.
And this is why I don't drink.
See? And Irene has been sober for 84 days now.
Good job.
And that is
Way to go,
awesome.
Irene.
That is true, Corey. You can't drink all day if you don't start in the morning.
That's right.
That's true.
All right, so I've got to
But
ask.
you got to know how to pace yourself.
So Irene, now you've been sober 84 days. And the reason I remember that is 80 days was my birthday. So 84 days, you've been sober, which everybody's happy for you.
Yep.
Have you, no pun intended, have you found another addiction to fill the void of the alcohol, or are you just kind of going day by day?
Well, I started drinking caffeine again, like Diet Pepsi. So, like, it has that fizziness to it. So, like, the carbonation, I guess.
So
I've
you
been
just
drinking
replace one beverage with another.
Correct. One that's a little bit better on my liver.
Has there been
The liver is evil and must be punished.
all right, so I've gotta dig into this. So
Of course you do, TJ. Of course you do.
well, yeah, it's me. And look at who I learned from, right, Rage?
Say, you didn't learn it from me, so don't go there. You haven't known me long enough to learn.
Rage is going, yeah, I know where this is going. Okay, be careful. So, since you've been sober now all this time, now that you're not dulling your senses with the alcohol, does that mean that you have kind of a more active libido?
I knew this is where it was fucking going.
That's kind of what I thought too.
DJ, where else would it go?
Irene dodged this question very well.
TJ just needs a tip. Just needs a tip.
It's all the same. I'm on medications, like because they put me back on my antidepressants and then I have other things for like nerve pain that like affect all that stuff. So I would say it's about the same.
Okay, so the libido is about the same.
Yeah.
I just got a message from Rage. Rage, if you've got a bolt, go ahead and take care of business and everything. Tune in, though, and get into the chat room and start stirring the chat room up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, guys. I realize the wind up here in Maroa is knocking the signal out. I'm cutting out.
Okay.
All right. Hey, get into the chat room, though, and stir trouble up there.
Someone's got to stir shit up there.
Why? All they got to do is listen to TJ talk.
Yeah, but you're good at helping out.
TJ wants to know if you're what?
Okay, so Irene, I see where Corey's going. Rage, we will catch you later. Irene, I know where Corey's going with this. He's asking, he thinks that I want to know.
He wants to know if your coin purse is still taking deposits.
No, he wants me to ask if Irene's comer is broke.
No. Why would it break?
Same thing.
Well, it might go into overdrive, or it might be like non-squirting.
Chris, will you stop flashing your pussy on the video?
Well, if we're gonna start talking about it,
thought we were trying to be professional here. Come on.
Hey, Corey is absolutely correct. It is a Marvin question.
No, everything is good to go.
Okay. So the libido has stayed the same. Now you're drinking more caffeine.
Right.
I gotta admit now, I didn't really notice, and I'm sorry I didn't notice, but I did not notice until Steve said something this week that you are starting to take off a lot of the excess weight.
Yeah.
So are you getting like more energy now, like getting out and walking and stuff like that?
Yeah, I go to physical therapy twice a week for my because I was sick for like 3 years basically, where I couldn't get out of bed without throwing up. And like it was this big complicated like thing, and like it's a whole story and a half. But anyways, it included the alcohol, but it eventually led to the neuropathy of my hands and my feet. And I thought that was because I was getting out of bed and trying to move more. And so like I went to like different places and stuff. And then when I went to the ER because like I was in so much pain, and then they like were doing all this testing and stuff, they basically forced me into detox.
Yeah.
Which I was working on anyways, but that was like my New Year's resolution. But I was doing it like tapering off. Like I bought a measuring cup and I was going to start doing it that way. But I'm glad that it happened this way. So, but anyways, I go to physical therapy to like, because I couldn't walk for like, you know what I mean? Like I had to use like a walker to get to the bathroom in the hospital. And And
you and I, because I remember talking to you while you were in the hospital, and we talked quite a bit while you were there.
Yeah.
And, you were having trouble walking. You were having trouble getting everything moving again. I'm not using that as a pun where Steve is going to be like, I could get it moving. No, I'm actually being honest. Like
Yeah.
arms and legs and everything, it was just hard for you to get up and move around again.
Right.
Difficult for you to get up and move around again. Not hard.
Mhm.
We're gonna leave that over here on this side too. But I do remember talking to you through that, and yeah, I've just been interested now. Now we're over 80 days later, so
Mhm.
you're almost into the 3-month time frame. We've got 6 more days to go, and it's 3 months.
Mhm.
And I'm kind of curious. Like I see, like your shoulders, it looks like you've lost a lot of the volume that was there, and your tops are hanging much lower now, and which Adam is loving. But I see that you're happy, you're smiling, you're moving again, you're doing a lot of the things that you love to do. And
Right.
is that, this time, are you ever tempted? I mean, other than when Steve says something so disgusting that we all want to drink,
Right.
are you ever, I mean, in all honesty, are you ever tempted to dive back in?
That's a hard question. Like yes and no. Like sometimes like I have like hard days like where like with the kids and stuff, like where it's very stressful and where like that used to be my go-to, that used to be my crutch. And so like sometimes I'm like, gosh, but at the end of the day, no, because like just of
Yes, Julie, firsthand.
it's just so much better this way. Like I wasn't on the right path, and like it would have killed me if I had kept going. You know what I mean? And so ultimately, like I need to be here for my children, and like it wouldn't be fair to them. It wouldn't be fair. Like it would be a very selfish thing of me to do. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I'm glad that I was able to get past that. So I don't think I would ever purposely mess with that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think I can say this with all the other guys kind of agreeing. We're all kind of glad that we can join you on this path to help encourage you to keep going. We don't want to take credit for what you're doing because that you're doing awesome.
No, that's not us.
We don't want to take anything away from that. But of course, you also know if you have issues, you can contact any of us. Or like if you wanted to talk to Julie, you can talk to Julie too, I'm sure. But we're all very, very proud of you so far. We want to see you keep going. So,
and I mean, like, all right, I am obviously royalty of bad influence. I always have been. I own that. I encourage Chris to smoke as much weed as he can.
Right.
And then some.
Shit, I encourage myself to do that.
He has to earn that title of Chronic Chris.
But I really am like royalty of bad influence. I know that. And knowing what you've done and how far you've come and what you have accomplished in just this short time, I'm honestly excited to see where it's going to be in a year.
Me too. I'm excited. I hope that there's still things I can't do that I used to be able to do that like frustrate me. And I do get very frustrated about the physicality of it all because I'm like, I'm feeling better. I'm not drinking anymore. So why can't I do the things I used to be able to do? Even when I was drinking some, like running or jumping, like I can't jump. Like I try to jump and I literally get like maybe half a centimeter off the ground. And that's me like trying as hard as I can.
Right.
And I'm like, it's like, I literally tried as hard as I could.
Keep trying, keep working at it, and you'll get that stuff back. I have neuropathy in my hands and feet too. I have for years. Even back when me and you used to talk when we were involved with Morning Disaster. I had it back then. So I totally get where you're coming from. You just have to keep going. Your body will make the adjustments over time. But, it takes time, a lot of time.
Well, and I want I mean, yeah, okay, this is a little selfish on my end, and I'll admit it, but I want to see you make it, and then you and Brad and the kids actually get the chance to come here and visit, and then
Well, that'd be
maybe
nice.
take. But I do, and I want to, I'd like to get it set up where while you're here, we could take your kids down to San Antonio and hit SeaWorld and hit
Aw.
the Alamo, and then maybe get a babysitter for them back here, and then you, me, and Brad take off, and we go hit the Riverwalk, and then you could be our designated driver to bring us back
Yes.
because you're sober
Yes.
and I'm going to be hammered.
Yes.
But no, I want to see that time come. And I know it's not going to be like next week or next month or even in the next 6 months. But I would
Right.
love to see that day come where, you guys are like, hey, we're coming out to visit. All right, awesome. I can't wait to have you here. I know Adam and Julie, they would love to come visit down here, and I'd love to have them here. But I know that, they got Marcy, who I hear Marcy cry all the time when we're on the phone, and I can't wait. And but
She's 4 months now.
yeah,
4 months
when
old.
Marcy's this is when
Is she rolling
Marcy's
over?
obviously
She tries very hard.
there you go.
And it's scary because I don't want her to move yet so quickly.
Yeah, well, get over
Mhm.
it because it's on the way.
Oh, I
But,
know.
I would love to see Adam and Julie and the boys and Marcy come to visit, and Tom and Lori come visit down here and see what it's all about. And Steve
Chris.
can visit Marble Falls and not come here, but he could go to Marble Falls, and I would still show Steve around, but I'm going to drop him back off at some place that's not at my house, and I will go home and be safe. Chris and his wife coming down to visit. And Chris and I were talking about this the other day where, man, it's just him and his wife now. They're empty nesters.
Aw.
And, once he's able to financially say, oh, fuck it, we're going to come down there for 2 weeks. I look forward to that.
You see,
Yeah.
we need like an Asgard event.
We
so
need a
that we
mayhem
all
event
of us
down here.
together in like Texas to celebrate Irene's sobriety.
Yeah. We need a
Aw.
mayhem event down here.
Well,
and
unfortunately,
Rage,
right now I have all the time in the world, but no fundage.
no money.
What happened to your leg, by the way? Sorry. Am I allowed to ask?
Yes.
Yeah, I was at work and we got these steel lift kits that hold the equipment up when it gets to the sawmill that it's going to be at. And basically, I lift them up with a fork truck, take a banding machine, put a steel band around it, tighten them, set it down. If they stay standing, cool. I move away with the fork truck and move on to the next one. If I set them
Okay.
down and they start leaning, I take the fork truck and just push them over on the ground away from myself. So
Right.
I picked up this stack of 4 of them. I banded them
Mhm.
together. I set them down. It stayed setting down. So I moved the fork truck out of the way. I went back. I
Mhm.
grabbed the banding machine and was going away with the banding machine, and it started coming right towards me. And I did my best to get out of the way, but it caught my foot. And yeah, about 900 pounds of steel came down on me foots.
And it's
Woohoo!
no longer purple. And how
Actually, hold on.
dare you, Julie?
I thought that was a sweet sentiment.
You guys drink soda and laugh at my drunk ass. Really? I'm not. It's not just my ass that gets drunk.
Does that match my cast?
Okay, so almost.
Almost.
Almost. It's definitely
So,
just.
Chris, when are we going to get to sign your cast?
Oh, yeah.
Hang on.
The
Let
funny
me
thing is, this is actually my first cast.
wait a minute. Let me call that bartender. I may have a special way of signing that cast if she helps.
A special ink.
Just don't
I'll-
lick it. It might be a little sticky.
I was
Insulting.
telling the doctor and the nurse the other day when they were putting on, with all the dumb shit I've ever done in my life, This is my first cast.
That's the understatement of the fucking century.
So you're surprised,
You
like
weren't even having fun, when that was happening.
Yeah.
Rest of the time you did stupid
I've
shit.
been
you
in
had fun.
I've been in multiple braces on various parts of my body, but I've had a brace on my knee, a brace on my elbow, a brace around my neck a few times,
right.
but never a cast.
All right, so I
You've
do
done it,
have
so don't do
so
it
I have a question for all you guys based on Julie and what she's starting.
again. Okay.
So if we did have an event and all of Mayhem was down here and we had this great time, and then after the show was over, let's say on the outside chance I was drunk
Yes, I would laugh. Next question.
and I decided to get on the motorcycle and go.
No, stopping you from doing that. I will allow you to get on the mechanical bull, though, because I'd love to see that.
As a rider myself, depending on the location of where we were at,
Okay.
there's a chance that I wouldn't stop you. Because
Well,
did you know that when you're drinking and you get on a motorcycle and all of a sudden that wind gets in your face and you're going, it wakes you up a little bit.
it sobers you up
It does.
because it's that forced air getting back into your system and it helps you sober up. It really does.
Right.
Yeah, I'm
And
not going to change.
and especially at over 200 miles an hour on my VMAX, it will really sober you up.
How are we going to do 100 miles per hour?
Now,
Is that what
if
you
we're
mean,
like
you're
out in the
driving?
middle of nowhere,
Like in the desert, maybe, or something like if they had like.
Dude,
there's a lot of middle of nowhere in Texas. I mean, Texas
is.
is
Yeah.
nowhere, and when you're in Texas, you're basically in the middle of it. So
Sorry.
I love where I live. I don't
Texas is a
knock
big state.
you in Kentucky. Why are you knocking where I live?
you know what? I love Texas. I've had a lot of fun in Texas. But and TJ, he lives in Texas, but he is not a true Texan. Because true Texans are a very, very different breed of people.
I feel like I could see this.
Uh-oh. TJ, what you thinking?
How long has it been since you've been here?
2007.
Okay. So let me tell you what the true Texan is like. The true Texan has their own opinion. They tend to keep it to themselves. I absolutely love going to the rodeo. It is a lot of fun. And anybody who has never experienced a rodeo, fuck off. I enjoy it. I would like to try bull riding, but I am too old.
Yes,
They will not
yes,
let me
the
try.
true Texan loves the rodeo. Yes, the true Texan has his own opinion about everything, and Texas is the best, and I'm an American. So, with that being said,
enjoy country music. I don't advertise it, but I do enjoy country music. I believe this is the best place in the entire nation. Texas is absolutely the best place in the entire nation. Anybody sneaking across the border, I think I need to shoot them to protect my state.
Late at night,
deep in the heart of Texas.
Okay.
Oh, Lordy.
Yeah, rodeo, and there's one every year in Marble Falls that I try to go to, which is literally 20 minutes away. I love going to the rodeo in Texas. It is a blast.
Welcome to the show, Emma.
All right, when it comes to college football, all y'all can fuck off. It's Longhorns, baby.
Hawkeye Nation. And I don't care that I live in the middle of the deep blue sea.
Angola, Louisiana to the prison rodeo. And Corey says that's the best rodeo he's ever seen. Emma loves going to the rodeo. And I mean, I'm telling you.
One of the kids I work with does rodeo. I told him, I guess you are a little bit tougher than I thought.
You know,
well, did he watch or did he compete?
I'm a little pissed off. I am a little pissed off at San Antonio because they have, after when the pandemic started, they put up the barricades around the Alamo, and now I cannot get my fucking motorcycle up to the Alamo to get a picture. Fuckers.
TJ, you drive a semi.
No, I teach people how to drive a semi. I ride a motorcycle.
Excuse me. Let me rephrase that. TJ, you have access to a semi.
This is true.
You have access to large equipment that can move stuff. All you have to do is,
I'm getting older.
All you have to do is make an opening wide enough to roll in.
That's what she said. Uh-oh, Steve wants to ride a bull. Not me.
You know, I actually did try to ride a bull once.
Okay, how'd you do?
What was his name?
I was not able to ride the bull.
Did you make it at least 6 seconds?
I made it to sitting on the bull in the chute screaming, "Come on, let's go." And then this big-ass cowboy looked at me. He said, "You ever done this before?" I said, "Nope, first time. Let's fucking go." He says, "Nope, get off the bull."
Oh.
And all of a sudden, he had 6 more big-ass fucking cowboys with him.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't know how many it was going to take to get me off the bull, but I knew how many they had with them, and that's always good information to have. And I wasn't fucking with 7 big, huge fucking cowboys from the Texas Panhandle, northern part of Oklahoma.
Right. Oh, God. Tom, Tom has a very good question for Steve. Tom has a very good question for Steve. Ride the bull or ride the bull?
I really feel like he means get ridden by the bull.
Ridden, yeah.
Ew.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Irene, did you say you want to be ridden by the bull?
No, I'm saying Steve wants to get ridden by the bull. He likes it from behind, and he likes it when they're rough.
You ain't right.
Things get a little bit messy. There's brown everywhere.
There's going to be more than brown. There's going to be red.
Going to be a little shitty.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That is going to be a very bloody, shitty situation.
He's
situation.
He's going to walk funny for about a month and a half.
You're missing one color.
Pus?
Hopefully not white.
I was going to... What other color is there?
Well, I mean, it is Steve. I'm sure pus is going to be involved too.
Okay, so then you got green and white.
That's in the healing process, TJ. Remember the order. Pus comes during the healing process.
Really? Is how that works?
Well, if he likes it when he's not fully healed to begin with, I mean...
No, this is like the California flag.
So would we have to hire Aaron Donald? Would we have to hire Aaron Donald to help him out? You love bullshit.
In his mouth.
I'm not a fan of manure.
Chris, do you have anything that would help with this?
I'm at a loss.
Yeah, I got nothing here.
That last comment just wow.
Yeah, right? Like, what's Steve going to do? Roll around in the bullpen? I love the bullshit. I will eat it today.
Apparently, you've never been on a Wisconsin farm on a hot July day.
Mm.
Yeah, no, thank you.
Between the middle of July and the middle of August.
Oh, fuck off! God, that smell
I've
is
been
coming
there.
back to haunt me now.
I've been there on both cattle and hog farms.
Ooh. Oh.
Yeah, they're not pleasant. No.
The
Thank
hog
you
farm is
very
way
much,
worse.
Chronic Chris, for killing my appetite.
I gotta say,
Oh, yeah, it's your turn,
though,
huh?
if I could ever had to compare the two, the hog farm was worse.
I would say so
you're
too.
not- Yeah, I gotta agree. You're not far off. Oh God, Steve!
Is that Steve's way of saying he wants a greenhorn?
Well, maybe in his bum.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
I'm gonna make sure I got my bucket cleaned out and handy here now.
Dude, that's more disturbing than taking advantage of a CPR doll.
I guess it's equally.
But
Okay,
it
might be
wanted
time.
it. It just looked like.
Okay, I need a cigarette. You guys run with this. Good fucking God.
Come on, DJ.
We broke him.
All right.
Chris, you're in charge. I'm gonna go have a cigarette.
All right. You guys heard the guy, so it's time.
Yeah, I'm not experienced enough to take charge yet. I'm just an intern.
It's time to talk about a few things, since music is the reason I got into this, and I love music, and we got some fucking awesome interviews. Oh, fuck you, Steve.
That makes sense.
Tomorrow on my own YouTube channel, Chronic Chris. It's Chronic Chris something. Chronic Chris
You
know
7257. And as well as my Twitch channel, I'm going to be talking to dude from the UK band Blitz. Wait,
Okay.
I know where I got all the information stored. Oh, TJ, he just dropped this on me unannounced, and I wasn't even really ready for it. But hold on 1 second. Monday, tomorrow at 4 p.m. with the band Damaged, and they actually hit me up for an interview. And the first thing I need to ask them is, why the fuck do you want to talk to lowly little Chronic Chris running an independent internet radio station when you should be talking to, people a little bit bigger than me? I heard the fucking song. It's, oh my God, it's amazing. And then Tuesday at 5 with the UK band Blitz, another band from the UK that I don't know how the hell you found me or heard about me. Yep. That's the channel right there.
I just figure I would go on ahead and subscribe to it.
Right on.
I'm gonna report it. I'm just kidding.
You're going to report it.
I'm kidding. I won't do that. I'm not a jerk.
Oh, that's
Right.
good. That's funny. I am going to share it in the chat room.
Go ahead. You won't be the first person to report me.
I won't. Don't worry. I'm not mean. Much.
Much.
I have to be honest. Sometimes I
So
can
we
be
got
mean.
that going on. And then my step aunt was from Wisconsin. Every time she would go to a dairy farm back home, she would make a big sniff and say, man, smell it. Yes, fucking, oh my God, I love Wisconsin.
Oh, the cheese.
Don't get me started, Corey. Fucking Wisconsin. That's one of my
I do
favorite
like cheese.
places.
The only thing I didn't like about Wisconsin was the snow. The snow fucking sucks.
Right.
But going to like the Amish stores and stuff up there, getting like fresh cheese curds at a bar.
Real Wisconsin. Yes. Oh,
Yeah,
no,
Now make
no,
me
no.
hungry.
Any bar you go to that's open before noon on a Sunday, make sure you, sorry, Renee or Irene. Why does your thing say Renee?
Reenie. It's my nickname.
Oh,
call me
Sorry,
whatever.
Irene, but if you're in Wisconsin and you find a bar open before noon on a Sunday, make sure you get your ass a Bloody Mary.
Mm.
Wisconsin
what they
makes
do.
them like no other.
I haven't
And
had
also,
one personally.
and also
so I
make sure
don't-
to grab a 6-pack from New Glarus.
Yes, New Glarus is the thing to get while you're up there.
Dude,
Is that a beer?
I will not go to Wisconsin without at least. I mean, when I go to Wisconsin, fucking me and my brother-in-law went up there for a work trip, and there were so many places I wanted to stop. Noodles and Company in Madison. But the one thing I made sure I did get was 2 sixers of 2 women from New Glarus, because you can't get it outside of Wisconsin, and it is
Right.
it's like the fucking best beer in America.
What's that?
New Glarus.
Oh, New Glarus is not bad, but I like Shiner.
Like
Yeah,
Shiner
but we're
Bob.
talking about stuff that you could only get in Wisconsin.
Yeah, but Shiner,
Shiner-
you can get that in a lot of places.
Okay, now,
Yeah.
well, wait a minute. Now we're Shiner has more than just Shiner Bock. You could get about anywhere.
Right.
Yeah.
Shiner Porter, on the other hand,
Mm.
I can order that off the internet.
I could go down to my local convenience store.
Mm.
Okay, well then I can have TJ send me some. Saves me a search.
Okay, TJ, in our group chat,
Yeah.
I put Chris's YouTube page, a link
Okay,
for it, if we wanted to share that in some way, shape, or form.
Yeah.
Yeah, because tomorrow I'll be talking to the band Damaged, and then Tuesday I'll be talking to the band Blitz from United Kingdom.
Oh, nice. Yeah. Hey, so everybody definitely. And remember, AsgardRadio.org. You can
org.
not org, org. You could donate
spelled
to the Asgard
O-R-G.
charity, which is keeping bands on the road. We're doing everything we can to keep bands rolling because, hey, not all bands have big contracts.
Yeah.
So we're there to
not
help
all of them got labels behind them.
That's
I mean,
right.
let's be honest. There are some bands out there that do have contracts that shouldn't, and there are some bands that should have a contract, but
And they don't.
Like
Yes, absolutely.
there's bands out there playing these big. All right, I'm going to talk shit for a minute because, and I've expressed my opinion over Rockfest, Louder Than Life. It's all run by a specific group of people that are trying to get a monopoly on the festival situation, charging outrageous prices for tickets. VIP sucks.
Yes.
When there's better festivals to go to. And now they're putting some of these bands up there in these festivals that, and they're supposed to be military sponsored, shit festivals with backing by whatever army or whatever. But one of the bands playing Rockfest this year, I actually have video of him disrespecting myself, Slider, U.S. veterans, and a few other people all in the same sentence. He basically said, fuck Chronic Chris, fuck Slider, fuck the veterans, fuck Asgard Radio, fuck this person, and this person.
And that's bullshit.
I have the video.
And Rini, I love you to death, but because Steve is paying attention, if I was you, I'd lean a little more forward and hide your cleavage. Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah. He's going to be trying to zoom in.
Listen, we don't mind.
We don't.
We're not Steve.
We're trying to protect you from being molested.
I feel safe with you guys.
So, but all I'm saying is there's bands out there that get this attention that they don't deserve.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then there's bands out there like Prison City Brigade. Eddie has been going hard. Eddie has been going hard as fuck, trying to get booking in various locations. I mean, I wish I had a venue down here and I could afford, to get everything set up down here to have a show with them. But
yeah, absolutely.
Where I live sucks.
Sorry.
So, Yeah, I've got a couple places in mind. I've just got to work it out, but I would love to have PCB come down here and play Central Texas. I really would.
That would be fucking awesome. I know I think he got booking for St. Louis and out to Kansas.
Nice. All right, so
Okay.
I mean, we got onto the subject of beer, which is a subject that I have some mild experience with.
I have.
Leinenkugels is another one you can get everywhere.
Yes,
Yeah.
Leinenkugels you can get everywhere, but it is brewed in Wisconsin.
Oh,
Lion-
okay.
So what are some of the brands that you guys like of beer? You know, I mean, here's one that you could get in Texas exclusively. You're not going to find it anywhere else, but it is horrible, and that is
Lone
Pearl.
Star.
Pearl.
Oh, yeah,
Pearl.
you can.
I've
I
never
know
heard of
another
that.
place you can get Pearl still.
Where?
Top Fuel Saloon in Braidwood, Illinois. They got Pearl, Blatz, Stroh's.
Oof.
They got
they have
all
Stag,
the
too?
beers from the 70s.
You know, all the good ones.
They got it's called the 70s beer collection.
God.
Okay.
But now specific to where I'm going, if I'm going to Texas, I'm having a Lone Star.
I'll bring you a Lone Star.
If it's specifically local, only available in Texas. If I'm going to Wisconsin, I'm having something from New Glarus. If I'm going to Illinois, I'm making my way over to get me a lug wrench.
Mm.
Lug wrench. Oh.
That is.
Are you going to have that with the
beer
shot in
ever.
the lumber?
Corey says,
no. If you've never had lug wrench lager, it is great, and it is like it goes perfect with a shot of Jesse.
Corey says Stag and Coors Light, they are diabetic friendly beers. He's absolutely right. They are. Coors Light mainly because it's water with a beer flavor.
The Kool-Aid of beers, right?
Yeah,
Yes.
pretty much. That's the Kool-Aid with no sugar.
Yeah.
It's almost an NA.
Yeah, it is. It's very close.
Oof, those are so skunky. I don't know if y'all ever tried those, but like I tried them like when I was pregnant because
Yeah.
like I missed drinking. I'm like, no, I'd rather just die.
Yeah, I'd rather not drink.
Yeah, die.
Yeah, it's
I'd
like-
rather.
You know what
die.
else is really? You know what else is really friendly for diabetics?
Pussy?
Water.
A Jack Daniel's neat.
You know what? You're right. Yeah. Corey says if he's drinking an Illinois beer, it's going to be a Little Beaver.
Beaver? Sorry.
Hey, all right. Who on this show right now does not like a Little Beaver?
I enjoy a little beaver, but I don't like beer. Just ask Julie.
Irene, do you like a Little Beaver?
Yeah, from time to time. Yeah.
Yeah, right. Okay. Chris, do you like a Little Beaver?
Who doesn't?
Oh, okay. All right. So hey, it's a general consensus. Everybody loves a Little Beaver.
Is that our
I mean-
mascot now?
Who doesn't, really? I mean,
Yeah.
I mean, Steve probably doesn't remember what it tastes like, but, you know.
Has Steve
Mhm.
ever ate a Little Beaver? Has Steve ever ate a Big Beaver? Has Steve ever ate a beaver at all?
Sounds like Dr. Seuss.
No, the closest he's been is had hair in his teeth.
Look, all I'm going to say is the one thing I know is I don't care if everything around me is burning to the ground. I'm getting out of there. I'm not going to stop and poop in a lasagna pan. I'm just not going to do it. I don't care how I could shit on street side. I don't need to poop in a lasagna pan in the middle of the fire.
Yeah. I can say I've never shot in a lasagna pan.
Yeah, I've
neither
never,
have I.
I
Never
don't think
done
I've shat in a lasagna pan.
no.
I don't think I have.
No, in a 5-gallon bucket? But that was while camping.
Marvin has done that accidentally while peeing in his piss bucket.
How do you do that as a guy accidentally shit?
What's that now?
As a guy,
Uh-huh.
like, how do you, like, go to pee and then accidentally shit?
You push
Well-
the pee out too hard.
And you're not paying attention to your body because your body is
Okay.
going to tell you, wait a minute, there's something knocking at the back door that needs to come out.
Right.
Yeah.
Stop. That goes back to the 3 main rules of living. 3 main rules of living are very simple, and these will make your life so much better. Number 1, never pass a bathroom. Number 2, never trust a fart.
I think you're talking about the 3 rules to getting old.
I'm getting
Either
old,
way.
so they are living now.
I guess
So
that's
are
part
you,
of living.
fucker. You're right there behind me.
My
So number
farts are
2.
still trustworthy.
They are not.
That depends on how much hot sauce I had.
There you go. So,
Yeah.
number 1, never pass a bathroom. Number 2, never trust a fart. And number 3, never waste an erection.
Those are 3 goals to keep at all times.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I don't care how old you are. You need to pay attention to those rules.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like they apply to women too.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. So,
What if-
you know?
What if you cause the erection so you don't waste the thought?
No, wait a minute. No, I actually have a question now.
Okay.
And with Irene here, she can answer this question for me. Do women have erections?
No, I just meant like if you saw one and like don't waste it, might as well.
Get on and ride, huh?
I think they can
Or-
have clitoral erections, can't they?
Have you ever experienced a clitoral erection?
Like the bean comes out a little bit more.
I mean, possibly. I'm
What
not
was
always
that
paying
like?
that close attention.
Oh,
Like I'm
I
usually
always-
like,
is easier.
I was
to hit.
under the impression that they didn't that their way of getting an erection was just to get a little moist.
I love that word.
Me too.
yes,
I don't
the
care who
moist-
hates it. I love it.
What do you got down there? It's moist.
Moisture.
It's Duncan Hines. Would you like to face?
Well, hey, you know what? If you can get a little
Biscuits and
glazing on
gravy.
you for dunking right into that moisture, then you're all set.
Just as long as you don't say biscuits and gravy, we're good to go.
Well, okay, now that's only when you have a woman that's well over 400 pounds, and then you roll her in flour, and then that flour mixes into the fat roll and the sweat, and then what comes out of that is gravy. So you want a biscuit?
So
No,
no, but I do got a funny story involving a friend
I'm
of
looking at
mine.
Irene's reaction. She's like, "Oh my god, no!"
I do got a funny story that I got secondhand from a good friend of mine, because his old lady, I mean, he was probably 220, 230, and his old lady was a good 400 plus.
Okay,
And I says to him, "You're like, how do you fuck that sometimes?" He's like, "Dude, I'll tell you what, there was one night," he said, he came home, he was pissed drunk, and he just started pounding away at her, and she starts yelling at him, "What are you doing?" He's like, "I'm getting me something." And she yells, "That's my fat roll." He says, "I don't care.
Oh.
It feels good."
now that actually kind of brings up a funny point though, because if you rolled Steve in flour,
Oh my.
and then the flour got underneath the man boobs and mixed with the sweat,
Who's rolling Steve?
then you've got gravy there. You know, it's like,
All right.
no, I'm good.
no.
And then I guess it's seasoned if he comes in that because it can be saltier.
Did you just say that Steve would season his gravy to taste? What the fuck?
I tried taking off my headphones to ignore you guys, but you're coming through the surround slightly.
It's just come out. I'm sorry.
Does Milk Dud come up and need the biscuit?
Oh my god!
Yeah.
What the?
Milk.
Oh.
He scratches his scabs to give it that peppery.
Oh no!
look.
I got the push right here.
Oh.
That's not
I guess
sausage
you
in the gravy.
Could be white gravy or brown gravy. If you
Chris
ask them.
Chris is over here right now going, I don't need to hear this shit. I like biscuits and gravy, you fuckers.
I'm trying to
I do
fucking leave.
too. He's like, I can't get out of here fast enough. Goddamn gas. It's so mean. I just kind of wanted to see him stand up and fall. Sorry. Not get hurt, but it's just I like watching people fall.
Well, I actually tried taking off my headphones and then forgot that you guys are running through the surround in the studio here.
Oh
so
no,
I
that's
can't
even
get
worse.
away from
So
this
now your wife is
conversation.
hearing us and she's going, what the fuck
No,
is
she
wrong
can't.
with all of you?
She can't hear it in the back room, but if I take off my headphones, I can still hear everything.
Right.
You can't escape.
I can't.
Corey says that Steve is just like him. He cannot help the fact that he's got a body by biscuits.
I really like biscuits.
Oh my god.
Hold on. We're gonna bust out the big guns now because there ain't enough fucking weed for this.
Oh, I know, right? Oh my god.
Biscuits and gravy.
I'm telling
But
you.
now I'm never
Alright.
gonna think about it the same.
Where's Steve at? Is he still here?
I think Steve might actually be getting ready right now to do his show, Cooking the Pores.
Yeah.
Well,
where you cook for
hold on,
people.
because this steamroller that I'm about to take a rip off of is long enough that it can actually adjust my fan from where I'm sitting.
Oh, well, there you go.
It's like, it has
Yeah,
more
Steve's got his show tonight, murdering the pores and cooking them over an open fire, or cooking the poor. I mean, dysentery for the poor. I
Giving
mean,
broke people salmonella.
yes, broke people salmonella for the pores with
There you
dysentery
go.
by Steve, and
Is rotisserie the hobos tonight?
rotisserie the hobos. Have you been talking to Marvin?
No. No.
Yeah, bringing up that hobo molestation again. What the fuck is wrong with you?
Oh no. No, I'm not bringing that up. No.
Yeah. Hey, Corey says he's voting biscuits and gravy for 2024.
Biscuits and gravy 2024.
I like that idea.
Yeah.
At least breakfast will be right.
Yeah, everything else will be fucked, but at least we'll have breakfast.
Yep.
Why do we got to limit to biscuits and gravy? Why not just breakfast foods 2024?
Well, he
Got
said last
biscuits and
time he voted,
gravy,
it was-
sausage, eggs, bacon. Bacon.
Bacon goes with everything, though.
Yeah.
Bacon is not a breakfast food. Bacon is survival. Now, Corey did say last time he voted it was brisket and ribs 2020.
You love brisket
Oh man,
and ribs.
I actually gotta
Hey,
tell you,
TJ,
guys,
you're from Texas. Where's our brisket?
Yeah,
Come
where
on,
is it?
bud.
I got
Here's
a
our
brisket
brisket.
right. I got a brisket right now, getting ready to go onto the smoker, and I'm planning on putting it on for Cinco de Mayo.
Ooh.
And
So where's
I
brisket?
have 3 bottles of true blue agave tequila that
Oh,
were
Lord.
brought up, that they were brought here for me. So
Of
Cinco
course,
de
Right.
Mayo,
of course, a guy in the state in the union with the largest immigration problem is going to be celebrating Cinco de Mayo.
No, I actually have a different name for it.
Drinko de Mayo.
It is Cinco de Drunko.
No, it's that's just a fifth of drunk. Why not Drinko de Mayo, drink through May.
Oh, maybe he has to drink a fifth.
Cinco de Drinko.
Cinco de Drinko. Drink the fifth.
Yeah. Make brisket affordable again. There you go, especially in Illinois.
Yep.
All right,
So,
so
you're gonna
you know
have
what? That's a good
tequila
question.
and brisket, no tacos, no margarita. Well, I'd hope you at least try to make a margarita with the tequila.
Oh, I know how to make margaritas. I make them from scratch. But no, Corey brings up a good point. Now, I know what a brisket costs me here in Texas. What is brisket costing you guys around the country?
I don't know. I just pulled one out of my freezer earlier, but I don't feel like going up to the kitchen to get it.
What?
Right.
What did it cost you to buy that brisket?
I think I bought 3 of them for $40.
$40 a piece?
No,
Was that from a farmer or from the store?
from a store where a friend is the manager.
Oh,
How many of them fell off the truck when you bought them?
None of them.
Uh-huh.
Those he didn't buy. He just threw them in his trunk.
Right.
No, I paid $45 for 3 different corned beef briskets.
Oh, corned beef brisket. So the little.
Okay.
Yeah, I like corned
Okay,
beef. And
I'm
cabbage.
talking
Okay.
brisket.
So here in Illinois,
Yeah.
at the Walmart,
Okay.
a brisket, a cut for brisket, the whole brisket is $56
$56
for a whole brisket from Walmart.
Irene, what's it running for you in Georgia right now?
I don't really know. I don't remember last time I actually bought like a brisket here to cook. It's been, and the meat varies. I usually buy my meat by whatever's on sale.
Okay.
Otherwise, it can get kind of pricey. So
Right.
I just figured I'd Google it.
So Adam's
See?
going off of Walmart prices. And we all know
Right.
Walmart meat is kind of subterranean standard.
Yeah. We get it at Publix where my husband works. So
Right. And Publix is about midway.
yeah, I would say like I know how much like prime rib goes for, and I want to say brisket kind of runs like
It's close.
near there.
Yeah.
Near there, and it's harder to get because not as many people buy that. Like
Right.
so, like not as many. So let's say like if it's not on sale, you could probably get like a portion for like $40 or $50. Like not like a whole one, but like you
Okay,
know.
so you're talking apart. So the whole one, you're probably looking 60, 70.
Yeah. It's gonna be a chunk of change.
Yeah. All right. Chris, what is the actual full, not corned beef brisket, the actual full brisket? What is that? In Kentucky.
I'm trying to find it.
So to give you an idea, the one that I've got in my fridge right now that's getting ready to go onto the smoker this week,
Mhm.
that is a 14-pound brisket with the Declan fat already trimmed off.
Okay.
Hold on.
Okay.
Now, is it whole brisket or
That is a whole
Just-
brisket.
okay?
Okay. Julie says a whole brisket at Sam's in Springfield is $71.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Corey says GFS $4.19 a pound in Illinois. What the fuck is that?
I have no idea.
Sounds
But
like the aliens are showing up.
I'm looking at a whole brisket Packer style
Okay.
from the meatandbone.com for $114.99.
$114.99.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. Like meat can be expensive these days.
Okay.
Like,
Whole brisket, 14 pounds, Declan fat already trimmed at HEB in Texas. I have it in my fridge right now, going through its brine process.
right.
Okay. Like you should.
I paid $42.
That's a good price.
So you're going to start buying this stuff for us and shipping us,
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
It's
Ship
just-
me the
It's
dry
alright.
ice to send it back?
because
Right.
obviously you got the hookup.
Well, yeah, I live
Can
in
you help
Texas.
a brother out?
Here, hang on. I'll show you something.
Yeah.
Check this.
I don't want to see your meat, TJ. I don't want to see your meat.
And tell Smokus getting over at Chronics.
All right. So
That's just how his house looks.
everybody knows that I love a good ribeye.
Yep. That you
Good.
love showing off your meat.
So there is the ribeye.
Yeah.
Look at how thick that is.
Yeah.
Yeah, but look at the color of it.
Yeah.
It's called frozen,
TJ.
dumbass.
TJ,
Yeah.
we all know you love a good girthy meat. Okay.
This is currently frozen.
Yeah.
Like it could hurt somebody. $12.82.
Okay.
But it's not bright red like it's supposed to be.
Listen,
I know it's frozen, but you should still see red, not brown.
it is red.
Well,
It
then
might just be the
adjust your
coloration
lighting.
of the-
Look at the bottom there.
Well, when the red portions you see are colored by myoglobin. When myoglobin gets
Yes.
frozen, it tends to go brownish the longer that
Red.
it's
Right.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean it's bad. It just
It's
means
just the oxygen.
the reddish color fades and you get closer to what the meat would look like without the myoglobin color.
Now, this gets thawed overnight tonight, goes on my grill tomorrow.
Yeah. Yum yum.
Matter of fact, it needs to stay out now.
And we all know you're gonna fuck it up with. We all know you're gonna fuck it up with salt and pepper and overhandle it and try to get your grill marks.
What do you mean, fuck it up?
Overhandling.
1 minute each side. Salt and pepper heavily. Grill at 400. Down the hatch.
Do you not
One
put
and a
salt and
half
pepper on your?
minutes each side.
It is 1 minute per side. Grill at 400. Fuck the hash marks. I want a steak. Salt and pepper. Down the hatch.
Because TJ needs that meat in his mouth now.
I'll listen to you turn it perverted. I thought that was
I like
Irene's
meat in
job.
my mouth.
See, it's not perverted when Irene says it. It's provocative and sexy.
I
When
like
I
to take
say
a
it
bite
about
out of my
you, it's
steak and it's cold in the
perverted.
center.
Huh?
I like to take a bite into my steak and it's still cold in the center.
Oh
So
yeah.
you like it blue.
Mm-hmm.
Blue rare, yep.
It's a good way to have a
I
steak.
mean, that's a steak.
Look, I don't care. Steak is a steak. I'm making my green bean casserole to go with it.
Green bean casserole with steak.
Yeah. And it has,
Okay.
it does. And my green bean casserole has a few things that some people don't like.
Like what?
It has bacon.
Oh, people don't know who doesn't
Ain't
like
nothing
it.
wrong with that.
Sorry.
It has
Oh.
cheese.
Yeah.
I like cheese.
It has cream of mushroom soup.
Yeah. No, I know someone who doesn't like cream of mushroom soup.
Okay, that's like your basic recipe for green bean casserole.
Yeah.
And then I have a couple of little additions that I add to mine.
Except for I
what do you
prefer to
add? Do you?
Psychedelic
like-
mushrooms? Is it that kind of? It's
yes, I
magic.
like to mix that with my French's mushrooms that I sprinkle on the top.
Yeah.
And your
Just
psychedelic
cut it
mushrooms.
in
French's
some.
onions. Yes.
Yes, absolutely.
Psychedelic mushrooms and French onions sprinkled on top.
And it's always got a little weed mixed in.
Well, of course. That's why it's called getting baked.
Right? But you guys get what I'm saying?
I don't know what you're talking about. That's
everybody's
just
got-
oregano.
Everybody's got certain things that they do for certain recipes. Like my Bloody Mary recipe requires Giddy Up from Iron Wolf Distillery, which is a horseradish infused vodka.
Ooh, yummy.
Okay.
I do like horseradish.
But with that, I also add beef sticks and pepperoncinis and celery salt instead of the fucking stick celery. Fuck
What's
that.
an SPG?
Got to have some SPG on that steak. Salt, pepper, and garlic.
Garlic. There you go.
That sounds like squirrely dandelion.
I love some garlic.
Oh, I love garlic.
Yeah. You just gotta be careful not to burn it.
What
It's
I
better.
actually use when I'm grilling, I use garlic salt a lot.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I use a lot of garlic salt.
Now, there is a
Garlic
time or
salt.
two I do like to experiment with marinades,
Yeah, absolutely.
especially when doing like pork chops. Ooh.
I hope
Oh,
it's not
yeah.
a. I really hope that it's not a self-squeezed marinade over there.
No.
thank
Yes, TJ, it's all handmade.
Yeah, I
Steve-
bet it is.
That's Steve's marinade. He keeps them in old prescription.
Little A1, a little wash your sister.
Man, me and a guy almost wound in a. Me and
It tastes
Me
a
and
little
a
bit
guy
like
almost wound up in a fight the other day when he looked at me and he goes, "You can't have a steak unless you have A1."
Fuck that mess. That means you fucked up your steak.
Wait,
Oh, lordy.
and this was in Texas?
Yes.
That feller was not a true Texan.
Yeah.
I looked at him
How
and I
fast
said,
did they
"When the
kick him
fuck
across the
did you
border?"
move here from California?"
Oh, yeah. California does do weird things like that, though. Like, I've known lots of people that I live there.
Actually, there is a growing population of Californians moving to Texas.
There is, and we're dealing with it slowly but surely.
Are you exiling them to Baja, California?
We are exiling them to Mexico.
You're like,
Eastern
you
Texas
took
or
the
West
wrong
Texas.
turn.
Ding, ding.
Keeping them out in West Texas.
Well, if they can survive the Pecos, then they will come back and be true Texans.
Hmm.
Could just ship them back to like New Mexico.
There's part of California, like the desert area, that's not like far off from Texas, like as far as
But
like.
Well, 'cause-
Corey doesn't have a bad idea. Some Cajun two-step on a green bean casserole and put it on the smoker for a couple hours.
There you go.
I'd eat that up.
Ooh, yeah.
You know what I'd like to have? I'd like to have someone in a bikini that'd be happy to be here to help me eat. And then I can eat her for dessert.
I'm not
That'd
that
be
kind of intern, TJ. Not that kind of intern. I
So are
don't
we
need this
sending
not that
him-
bad. No.
A badu or like a.
It could be the whole. I
I'm
don't
not
care.
saying
It
I
could be a-
need to
I'll-
do it.
how about
I can
just
understand.
only a bottom
I'm
and
not
then I got to
doing it.
remove the bottom?
No.
Hey,
Make it an
the
edible
intern
bottom.
has to do what the intern has to do.
No. No.
So you gotta go
Intern
see
respects
Chris.
himself enough to walk away if intern has to do stuff. He doesn't.
Hey, remember that chat we had earlier about you getting your spot on Harvey Weinstein's couch? Come on
I
now.
don't want that spot. There's been too many other salty spots on that couch.
Well, you got your name on it though. I'm just kidding.
All right. Hey, guys, we've actually had one of the longer shows we've had in a long time. So let's go ahead and get ready to wrap it up. And I will start with the intern, Adam. What are your final thoughts tonight?
I think it's been a pretty good show.
We had
I'm
some
not
good
done though. I'm not done though for tonight. I'm gonna be on at 8 doing Weird Frequencies tonight. If you want to come join me. If not, that's cool too. I'll see you later. Just
Okay,
next
and then
week.
Weird Frequencies has, let me see. Weird Frequencies has Boobus the Bigfoot guy, right?
Sometimes.
Yeah.
And then it's got you, the science guy. So you're like Bill Nye, the science guy.
Oh,
No, I'm not going to take away from Bill Nye. I'm not that.
Oh,
talented.
no.
All right.
You're more of
And
a Professor Proton.
Yeah, there you go. Are you a Professor Proton?
This could be.
And then it's got the incomparable hardcore Rob Hansen of Midwestern radio prominence as the host, correct?
Yes.
Yeah, I don't think I'm missing anybody there.
No, there's another guy. You know.
There's another guy?
Yeah. Yeah, Tyler's there with me.
Who's
Usually.
Tyler?
American T-Rex.
Yeah.
Does he call himself that because he has an inability to wipe his own butt?
I don't know. All I know is he's a very rare species. So he shows up on weird frequencies, and we see what happens.
I mean, who would admit that their name is Tyler? Is he homeless?
I believe he has a home.
Did he steal
I can't
it?
believe I just subscribed to this shit.
Did
The
he
weird
steal?
frequencies.
Did he
Huh?
steal the home?
No.
Can I back up here, Corey, about your A1? I wouldn't even ask for A1 for the steak if it's a horrible steak. I'd send it back and tell the chef to get it fucking right.
No shit.
Yeah. If you buy it, it better be right.
So I'm not even worried about that weirdo. The amazing Boobus the Bigfoot guy, and the incomparable hardcore Rob Hansen. Weird Frequencies tonight, 8:00. Tune in. And from what Adam's telling me, there might be a guy there that doesn't know how to wipe his own butt, and that's why he calls himself a T-Rex. Irene,
Yes.
congratulations on 84 days sober. Keep
Thank
it
you.
up. We're proud of you. We love you. We want you to stick around. And what are your final thoughts tonight?
My
Irene
final
with
thoughts.
me.
I'm just in here thinking about steak right now. I just
know,
remembered I have ribeyes in the freezer from Christmas still. I need to use those.
Yeah, might want to eat.
That meat needs to go in your mouth, Irene.
Yes, I need to put more meat in my mouth is my final thoughts. More meat in my mouth.
Put more hot meat in your mouth, Irene.
Meat mouth.
The people I hire. My friends.
Irene assumes we're getting paid, TJ.
No, wait a minute. No, we're not
Wait a
getting
minute,
hell,
I'm an
I'm not
intern. I
getting
don't
paid.
get paid. Okay.
I'm not getting paid. How are you guys getting paid? We're
Well,
doing this
I do
because
a lot
we
of
love
things
them.
on street corners I don't like to talk about.
We're doing
You
this.
guys were
Well,
getting paid
that's
for
your own
this?
thing.
Yeah, I get paid attention.
It's all under the
Sometimes.
bar table.
Irene, I've got plenty of attention for Irene.
No. See, I have to work under bar tables trying to get your attention, TJ.
Yeah.
For rage and shit.
Corey says, Adam, you are more of a Dexter's Laboratory kind of guy.
The laboratory.
Get to the laboratory.
Thank you, Corey, for your assessment. I appreciate it more than you know.
Chronic Chris, final thoughts tonight.
Well, I was going for the Professor Proton because it was a fake show inside of a show, so you never actually saw an episode of it.
Right.
Oh, ladies and gentlemen, you know me. Enjoy local music, support live music. Me and Slider are going to be starting a new show sometime in the near future about bands being on tour. So you're going to find out about all of our favorite bands and more on tour. The Almas, Prison City Brigade, Jackal gearing up for a tour. We're going to keep away from the big festivals, but we are going to be talking about some of the bands touring that are hitting the big festivals this year. So pay attention to asgardradio.org or really pay attention to Asgard Radio on Facebook for all information about that. The interviews I'm doing this week, Monday at 4 with Damaged and Tuesday at 5 with Blitz. I'm trying to figure out why the fuck I can't live stream to Facebook and it won't let me through my Streamlabs. It says for some reason someone else has logged into this account when it's my fucking account.
Masturbation.
Sorry,
Yeah.
my final thoughts kind of became a rant and
Yeah,
I went
a little
off track.
Got some stuff on your chest to get off.
But with that being said,
Zuckerberg
ladies
using
and
your
gentlemen,
account as a cum rag? I mean, come on.
I don't know. What?
He's using it, so you can't.
Oh,
I don't fucking know. I hope not. But like I said, ladies and gentlemen, support independent musicians. Support local musicians. Fucking, because it's the rhythm
Support
of
any
life.
musician.
Support most musicians.
Okay, support most musicians.
There you go.
Support
There are some out
musicians,
there.
Boycott douchebags.
Exactly. Watch out for the talentless hacks
Right.
Mm.
and the douchebags. And always, ladies and gentlemen, don't forget, big shout out, big thank you. Always support our military, always support our veterans. And it is that time of year to always watch for motorcycles.
Yep.
Here, here.
To
With that
all
being
military,
said, there's my
thank
final
you.
thoughts for you.
Thank you for our freedom.
Yes.
Yeah. And check
Not just
twice
thank
for
you
bikes.
for your service, but thank you for our freedom.
And anybody who is out there, there's my coin check, fuckers.
Anyone that wants TJ, any veteran that wants TJ to buy him a drink, they're his coin.
Look, the fact of the matter is there is this. Did I know this guy? I don't think I knew
It's a
this
challenge
guy.
coin, and if your rank
Yeah,
is
but
higher
there
than
was,
his,
there's a
he
guy
has to
I
buy
used
you a
to
drink.
put that. There was this ghost or something. I used to put that challenge coin on my old show, and that ghost to get all mad and has still yet to pay me my drinks. That ghost was also attracted to Marjorie Taylor Greene for some reason. I don't know. Everybody, thank you again for tuning in. Mayhem's Amigos. We are here Sunday nights. We try to bring you some form of entertainment. I can't exactly guarantee if it's going to be good or not, but we have fun, and we hope you have fun when you're here with us. I'm TJ. That's Chronic Chris. That is Adam the intern, and that is the lovely and incomparable Irene. Thank you for tuning in. We will see you next week, Sunday night, right here on Mayhem's Amigos. Good night.